All right, I'm giving it one more go. And if the gremlins keep me off YouTube, then I guess it wasn't meant to be this Tuesday morning. But I got some prizes to give away. I still have these cello packs from last Wednesday and Thursday to give away. I would actually like to do that. I do not know what's happening. So, you know what? Appreciate everybody and all of the patience that you're having this morning. This has just been a weird one. So, hopefully we can hang around for an hour, see if cards are actually going to be dropped on target. Once again, apologize for all of the stupid technical snafus, but I am here. We are ready to go, and I am looking at my target tracker, and it does not seem to be updating any new products as of yet. So definitely something to keep an eye on. Looking at Target.com over and over. Sorry, trying to make sure the tracker is up. We have got to see some sports cards being dropped this week, you guys. We absolutely have to. And like I said, I actually predicted on Thursday of last week that there would be no sports card drop. So it was definitely an odd week for sure. However, it was probably better that nothing dropped on Friday because everybody would have been fighting for the same stuff. So thank you, everybody, making their way back over once again to the stream over and over again. We're having technical issues, but we are here. We're waiting for Target to drop some sports cards. I'd be happy to answer any questions people have about making sure that all your payment info is ready, an account being all connected, logged into, and having your shipping address along with your credit card, your CVV info all entered. There is a way that you don't have to type in your CVV. Super simple. You just buy something before stuff starts dropping, either like hand sanitizer or toilet paper or candy or whatever the heck you want. I like to buy gummy worms. So I make it's a gummy worm purchase on Schulte's Card Pulls to get ready for the Target drop, just to make sure that you got everything set to make it easy on yourself. Because like I was saying before the stream died again, 10 seconds. You got about 10 seconds until stuff is going to be able to be dropped. And then it's going to be gone. Tyler's saying the real question is, how was the bachelor party? Thank you so much for asking. It was really fun. It was very hot out in the Pacific Northwest, all over the place, from Idaho over to the coast in Washington and Oregon. So it was really, really hot, but really, really fun. We were out on the lake and lots of drinks flowing. Really cool. So appreciate you asking about that, Tyler. Lions Luck Sports Card says, Meyer hooked me up last week. 4 blasters each of Prizm draft picks and Prizm basketball. Meyer is better than Target, is what Lions Luck Sports Card says. That's pretty awesome, man. Congratulations. I would have to say that I would be extremely happy if a store went out of their way to help me like that. You saw at one of the Walmarts near me, if you haven't, go watch this. I caught one of the vendors there hiding retail sports cards, and it was Prizm basketball hangers, the NBA Prizm basketball hangers when they had just come out back in March, hiding extras under the counter. So good that you were able to find decent employees at your Meijer and that they were actually willing to hook you up. That's the thing. With everybody looking for sports cards the way that we are right now, a lot of employees are getting pretty fed up with it stinks because it's like we're just looking for sports cards, but we all kind of get grouped in with the scalpers. So very annoying on that front. Some of the stores just don't treat anybody looking for cards very well. So gets a little annoying going from store to store, and at least if you're in the area where employees treat you like that. But there are some people like Lions Luck Sports Cards that actually have a lot better luck. So, and a lot nicer employees, it seems, near there. Brandon Calderon says, everyone is better than Target, LOL. Lions Luck says, always shenanigans at Walmart. See, That's the thing, man. There's been so much backdooring that you've been hearing about happening at Walmart's. Products not even hitting the shelves, which is absolutely crazy. So, just too much drama, man. All we're trying to do is get our hands on some retail sports cards. Just too much drama. So thank you all so much, by the way. If you're coming on in, make sure you smash that like button and subscribe to Schultz's Card Pulls if you haven't. Really appreciate it. It helps the channel. And I do breaks if you are interested. We actually, later tonight, man, I'm burning the candle at both ends. I'll be doing a retail football mixer of Chronicles and Select Football. 9 boxes total, $29 a random team spot. So not too bad. But anyways, all those kinds of links and stuff are in the description of this live stream. So yeah, make sure you smash the like button. Really appreciate it. Really helps. That's just something simple that you can do, and it really helps me a lot. All right, so we are now past 4 o'clock, 4:04 on the West Coast, 7:04 on the East Coast. And once again, I mentioned it a lot last Thursday. I won't really mention it today, but one of the best, or mention it a ton today, but one of the best ways that you can get cards online are through monitors. I'm a part of a group. You can go check out the link below and get in on that. Fill out a form for access to them as soon as they restock from Card Snipers. There are other ways of doing it as well. You can try. You won't have as good of a chance, but you can try here. You see I've got a sports trading card search on our Target tracker, and I'm only looking at stuff that is sold by Target, not Toy Wiz or any of the other third-party sellers, as well as including out-of-stock stuff, because when you refresh this over and over and over again, I'm going to have this here going on about a 35-second refresh here in a second, you'll see the newest products popping up at the top because you sort it by newest as well. So just little tricks of the trade on how to see what's being loaded on Target.com during these drops Tuesday mornings. Thomas Flex says, I got lucky today. Got Series 2 and Stadium Club Blasters. Good for you, man. I've not seen any Stadium Club Blasters near me. Luis Rivera, where Thomas... Oh, Luis says, gotcha. Asking Thomas where he found that stuff. And remember, guys, I do have 2 winners to announce from Wednesday and Thursday, our Cello Pack winners. I did draw those randomly. I have 2 names, one from Wednesday's chat, one from Thursday's chat. I went through, did the work, found everybody that entered, and excited to give these away. So I'll let the winners know who they are, and I'll announce them here in probably 10 or 15 minutes. But if you are here and you did win, shoot me an email, and I'll get those mailed out to you. We'll announce that here in about 15, 20 minutes. Alex says, anyone know why they didn't stock last week? I can absolutely answer that question. And Eric, that's so nice of you. I didn't even collect cards, but I enjoy hearing you talk about them. Right? I like hearing you talk about them. Thank you so much, Eric. I appreciate that, man. Just trying to get out here and help the people, and I'm happy that I entertain you, regardless of it being something that you're really into or not, man. That means a lot. So, Alex, to answer your question about cards not dropping last week, basically, the simple answer is Target's kind of trolling people. And what's going on is they are trying to keep people on their toes. Now, we've got a pretty consistent schedule that Target's been dropping retail sports cards week to week to week early in the mornings, but they have skipped weeks, and that's not something that a lot of these guys talk about. I know we're all hoping that they don't skip weeks, but I know that JR has been streaming when they've skipped a week. I know I've been up a lot since the beginning of 2021, and Target has skipped a week. So it's just kind of a troll, but at the same time, it's trying to mitigate the expected crowd flooding onto the website. And basically, I mean, you've seen them kind of try different strategies, drop 2 products at once with bigger limits, drop 5 products at once with smaller limits. So they're trying to mitigate the effect on their servers, and they're trying to keep people on their toes. So that's mostly why they didn't drop sports cards, Alex, but there is another reason that it could be, And I think that this has some merit. The possible transition of sports cards coming back into stores, we've started seeing, you've even seen here on YouTube a couple of sports card rippers who've been taking pictures, either that they've seen themselves in Targets or people have sent them of their other local stores near them around the country where you're seeing sports cards back at Target.com. So I'm thinking that there's at least a 1A reason, or a 1B reason and a 1A reason, that it could be not only that they're just trying to keep people on their toes, but there is possibly a plan on getting stores restocked in store with cards again that might slow them down on the internet side, but I don't know for sure. It was very, very, very odd that they didn't drop something last week, especially after the Prizm drop with Cellos and Blasters, both the last 2 weeks previously, but Cellos 2 weeks before that. So it's been a crazy ride for sure. So that's the best answer that I can give you. Best answer I can give you. Steven says top line about the Cello Schulte. Oh, I'm not. I got 2 winners right here written down. Oh, no, I'm not lying at all. How was the bachelor party? Lots of ripping. I ripped a couple of packs, but honestly, man, we were on the lake out in Boise, or I guess the reservoir. It was super fun, super warm out, but a really good time. Eric says YouTube fed me your channel a few months ago. Been watching ever since. First live stream I caught. That's awesome, man. Well, thanks for checking it out. I'm glad that you were up early. This is a crazy hour, especially for people on the West Coast to be up at. So thank you so much. Thanks for spending some time. Joseph talking about returns. That is true. So, yeah, the logistics get screwed up on Target's end where they have to deal with a lot of returns. So that could be one reason why Target.com did not restock last week. Yeah, and Kmark talking about, heard that they are stocking stores slowly. There are rumors popping up about stores slowly being restocked with sports cards again, you guys. Absolutely crazy that we could possibly be seeing stuff in stores at Target again, but that's going to be kind of a slow rollout, and obviously we're not seeing the baseball, basketball, football in yet, but we're seeing soccer, we're seeing hockey, and the UFC Prizm, which in a lot of Targets never really stopped being dropped off by Excel in the first place. John R. Falk says you're in Boise. No. One of my best men lives in Boise right now. I'm in Oregon, just south of Portland. Steven's saying Target won't load for me. Anybody else having that problem? Well, let's see if we can get our tracker. Yeah, I think that might be a you problem there, Steven. We're good to go there, man. So, no, Target loading just fine. Thanks, Silver Sport. Appreciate it, man. It's good to be back live. Good to be up early. And Steven says, do I win the pack for asking about the bachelorette party? That's hilarious. You're funny, asking about the bachelorette party. Scott Tamura asking if I got any Bowman Sapphire. I did get some Bowman Sapphire. I was super lucky to score it on the initial release day before all of the redraws and the furor of trying to get in on. It was, I think, Tuesday of last week at like 8 a.m. Pacific time. It was a rough one for a lot of people. The website going super, super slow, pretty trash. But I was able to score a couple of boxes. So actually, one of my Patreons, going to be paying to sponsor a Bowman Sapphire hobby box. And that video coming out probably either later this week or early next week. Just depends on when the box shows up from Topps. Doy says he's using a proxy or auto refresh. Yes, that can happen. Auto refresh, you got to be careful because it can get sticky. Sometimes if you set the auto refresh too close, that's why initially my first stream, I tried it at like 10 seconds. That was way too quick, but setting it as something around like 35 seconds, a lot smoother and a lot easier for the system to keep up. All right, you guys, 4:12, 7:12 Eastern here on Tuesday, June 29th. Absolutely hot across the country up until today. We set a record near me yesterday. It was 112 degrees on Sunday. crazy times right now. So, yeah, let's all stay inside in this air conditioning and hope that we can find some retail sports cards dropping on Target.com today. Still haven't seen anything coming our way yet, folks, but make sure you're all logged into Target.com. Make sure that you've got your shipping address all good to go. Make sure that your credit card info, including your CVV, is all saved. And if that is not saved, then you make sure. I said this as I came onto the stream and we were having technical issues, but I'll say it again. You can buy like a gummy worm purchase. You could do candy. You could buy anything. It'd be hand sanitizer, it'd be toilet paper. I mean, if you don't want it, you can cancel it. So that's a great way to ensure that when you go in to buy cards on that transaction, the card info is I got to distinguish between sports cards and credit cards. When you go buy sports cards, your credit card info is already in there in the system when you go through the transaction portal, and trying to check out through the cart takes you 10 seconds that way. Excuse me. Sorry about that, guys. Allergies are fun. Morning to you too, MVP Cardinal. How you doing, man? Hope you're having a great morning. Tyler ran into the local distributor. Gun was pulled. Yes, that Tyler, that happened. I want to say back in April now. That was pretty crazy. And that ended up being, I mean, we probably should set the scene for that one correctly. For Target goers that hadn't heard about that, there was a situation where there were people waiting in line at a Target in Wisconsin. I can't remember the city, but somebody pulled a gun on 4 people that were approaching him and basically accusing him of taking too much. So it was the 4 people that were actually arrested that were approaching him and that were supposedly menacing him or threatening him because they thought that he took too much. And the man with the firearm was actually justified defending himself because he was a concealed carrier. But the thing is, people were getting into fights in line, and guns were being pulled out, whether it be for defensive reasons or not. Target doesn't want that, and that's why we ended up where we're all at. Waiting here every single morning, hoping Target.com restocks retail sports cards. Yeah, MVP. Hopefully we do get lucky this AM, man. And if not today, then tomorrow, because if it's not coming down today, then it's going to be a crazy Wednesday, Thursday, because you're assuming everybody's just going to be hoping it's one of those days because they wouldn't drop it on a Friday after 2 weeks. So that would just be stupid of Target. So really hoping for today. Johnny Serena, what's up, Ball? Can't believe Target didn't drop last week. No kidding, man. Good to see you, Johnny. Thanks for checking on in. Got 130 or so viewers in the live stream. Thank you all so much. Appreciate you. Make sure that you help me out. Smash that like button. Subscribe to Schultz's Card Pulls if you have not. I will be announcing the winners of some cello packs that I gave away in the chats on Wednesday and Thursday here in a couple of minutes. We're going to be doing a bunch more giveaways here for my 5K giveaway. Just hit 5,000 subscribers. So really, really excited to be able to go out and give away a bunch more stuff on the very generous card ripping channel. And I cannot thank you all for your support enough. So it's the reason why I'm doing this, all because of you guys. A very passionate sports fan here. I'm not only into sports cards, I'm into sports themselves. I love breaking down the games. Obviously, huge Mariners fan. Heck, if anybody wants to talk about the Damian Lillard controversy, I'd love to talk about that. A huge Blazers fan, and I don't want to see Damian Lillard leave. Absolutely insanely crazy situation going on in Portland right now with all those Dame rumors. It's kind of getting stupid seeing all those pictures of him in different jerseys on Twitter. Absolutely tired of it. Lions Lux is so crazy, people fighting over sports cards. Thunderdome, exactly. Welcome to Thunderdome. If you haven't seen Waiting, it's a good movie. Welcome to Thunderdome, bitch. John R. Falk, are you buddies with Run Good Life? Yeah, absolutely, man. James and I, we text. He is such a nice guy. Reached out to me a couple months ago. Had some really nice complimentary things to say about my channel, and we did a really fun box battle of select football megas. If you haven't seen that, I would go watch that here on Schultz's Card Pulls because the polls were insane on my end. I could not stop pulling Justin Herbert. So Go watch that if you want to see me freak out and you want to see some good pulls out of a select mega box. So, yeah, definitely Run Good Life is such a good dude. Took his lead trying to do sports card breaks and whatnot. Just really appreciate the influence he's had on my channel. Steven asking, is Kyle Lewis legit? I mean, I think he is. However, the injuries are going to, unfortunately, make a lot of people sell his cards off, so the value is going to be dropping. Although I did hear the Mariners manager, Scott Service, saying that he hopes Lewis will play again this year. That doesn't mean that, he's going to come back and just hit a bunch of bombs at the end of the year, but he could, because he was back still hitting 260, 270 even after he started the year on the injured list and hitting homers. Kyle Lewis is good, and I think he has more than enough potential to be a 300 home run career hitter by the time it's all said and done for him. I think he could be a great star for the Mariners, along with Kelnick once he gets back up here. And I don't know if anybody missed this, guys. Top 5 prospect promotion alert. Julio Rodriguez, the Mariners' second hottest prospect, just got promoted to Double-A Arkansas. So from Single-A to Double-A goes the Mariners' other top prospect, Julio Rodriguez, you guys. His autos are going to go up. His card prices are going to go up, so get those now while you can. 5th highest-rated prospect in the Major League pipeline lists. Fabian, when are you going to try to get that March Madness YouTuber box paddle with about 8 or 16 of you guys? No, that's a great idea. And actually, JR Sports Cards started a really awesome, there's a nice little YouTube content creators, like card ripping content creators group that he started. So we're able to all kind of communicate together. So I think that's going to happen. I don't know if it's going to happen soon, but it will happen at some point. Steven asking if Adley Rushman is legit. Absolutely. Absolutely, Adley Rushman's legit. He's going to be very good. Matthew, welcome back. 3rd time's a charm. Yeah, thank you for checking back in, Matthew. I appreciate that. Card King says, not feeling a drop today. Yeah, 420 now. It's 720 on the East Coast, you guys. I'm feeling less and less confident about this as the minutes roll along. I'll hang until just before 5 or so, because usually, guys, we're in crunch time right now. Cards can drop anywhere from 3:50 a.m. Pacific time up until just before 5 a.m. Pacific time. I see so many people that just hang it up if Target hasn't dropped stuff by like 4:30 West Coast time, and it's like, hold on. They still drop stuff after that. So all those comments in the chat, if it's hitting 4:30 and it's like, they're not dropping anything, it's like, well, you know what, you guys, if you go to bed or if you stop trying to score, then it's going to be your loss, because I've done that and I've fallen asleep, and it's like, I played myself by doing that. It sucked. Steven asking if Joe Adell is legit or Maximo Acosta. I don't know enough about Maximo Acosta. I think he's a little too young. I think that's a lot more potential than anything right now, just raw talent and potential. But Joe Adell, he seems legit. That kid is a tank, built very well, very fast. I think Joe Adell is going to be a star at some point for the Angels. And very sad about Mike Trout going on the 60-day injured list. Appreciate you, MVP Cardinal. I am on the West Coast. Portland, Oregon, or just south of there, actually. K-Mark says, I like your channel. You talk a lot about sports. I used to go to JR Screams. He's a bit too young to me, and he talks about being allergic to chicken nuggets and stuff when you talk about sports. That's funny. Well, you know what, dude? That's awesome. I appreciate you very much, K-Mark. Thanks a lot, man. We'll be talking about sports in here every single morning, waiting for Target drops. Absolutely ready to go for that. And once again, it seems like everybody here in the chat waiting has a bead or has an idea on how to score these cards on Target.com. But if you have any questions, you guys, please let me know. Make sure, and I'm doing this once again right now, you guys, I am checking to make sure that my Target.com app is signed in, that I can get an item paid for, checked out. I'm hard with this. I'm hardcore. I practice. Like I go through and I do like a practice transaction and see how many seconds it's going to take me to hit the buttons on the screen, and I time myself. I'm that hardcore about this, and I would encourage that you do the same thing. You'll figure it out. The thing with getting sports cards here on Target.com, you guys, is that it's a learning process. I tried to come on Target.com the very first week that I heard about cards being dropped online, and I was not successful. And people do wonder with Target possibly putting cards back into the stores. Ooh, Steven asking if any thoughts on a John Morant PSA 9 for $35. I mean, it depends. Is it like a hoops? Or it depends on exactly what release it is, but PSA 9 for $35, I'd say that's a buy all day, man. That is a buy, and sit on and invest the heck out of that for sure. JTR card, dropping in, leaving a like, then bouncing. Good luck today. Thank you so much, JTR. I appreciate you, man. Thanks for stopping by. Really means the world. Silver Sports has just hit that like. I appreciate all of you very much. It is 4:24, guys, and I was just checking through to make sure that my Target information is all good, and I'm signed in, and we're ready to go. Steven says NHL Upper Deck. And he says that John Morant PSA 9 for $35 is a mosaic-based rookie. Buy it. I'd buy that all day. John Morant is an absolute invest. And who knows where he's going to be here in a couple of years. The way things are going, I would venture a guess that it's not going to be Memphis. Epiphany card collector, I got a Target drop once, since then nothing. Super frustrating. And sorry, I was going to say before I got off track a little bit, with Target possibly getting cards back into their stores, don't be afraid if they're not dropping cards online right now. They still will drop cards online, but it's going to be maybe slightly less. For instance, when you and I could find cards in every store still, this was when NBA Hoops Premium stock for 2019-2020 had just came out, and 2020 Prizm Football was on the shelves, so it was right around this time, December through, I want to say, early February. I still remember hearing, I hadn't had access to monitors yet, but people near me did, and they were telling me, yeah, Target dropped 10,000 Premium Hoops Megas this week. So the blue Premium Hoops Megas, 1 week, Target dropped 10,000 of online, and then another week, they're dropping 6,000 or 7,000 Prizm Football Mega Boxes on Target.com. So this is going to be a bit of a weird one as we maybe do get cards back into stores here, but there will still be sales online. Don't be scared about that. They might just go down a little bit in number, but I think that people trying, if cards do get back into stores, will kind of split up a little bit, and you might have better chances at each one. That's just my opinion. Lauren, there is no drop yet today. Right now, the scrolling status below me is up to the second. No drop yet this week here. Tuesday, June 29th at about 4:30 a.m., 4:26 to be exact on the West Coast, 7:26 on the East Coast. Coming at you, Jordan Schultz from Schultz's Card Pulls here on YouTube. Waiting for sports cards to drop, and there has been nothing so far. Nothing! Casper Ghost asking, what about LaMelo? Well, he just won Rookie of the Year, didn't he? That's a definite invest. Came back from injury, showed that he was still able to play, was a triple-double machine earlier in the year as basically, a fresh baby-faced rook. Yeah, LaMelo Ball is a buy. At $70, $60-$70 for a Prizm base, I'd say that's a buy. Card King says, I'd rather put them in stores so we don't have to fight against the bots. Yeah, there are ups and downs to having them in stores. So, yeah, guys, what do you think? Let me know in the chat. Do you prefer cards being sold at Target online like this, like we're all waiting for right now, or in store? Each one has its drawbacks and its advantages. Obviously, you don't have to, on the East Coast, wake up very early. On the West Coast, you have to wake up at an ungodly hour. I have to wake up at like 3 to even have a chance at retail sports cards. But in store, you could just run on in, happen to catch a stock. So it really just depends. Lots of different advantages to both situations. A lot of people, I see 3 people throwing up online in the chat. Trey says free shipping on cards, they lose money. One of the reasons they're going back to in-store shipping on a Mega is $7 approximately, so it's cutting money out of their margin. Add that to the returns. That's very true, Trey. K-Marks is online, but they need to tell us when. Well, a lot of the bots have more success when they tell you when. So, kind of a catch-22 there. Online, so I can cook without leaving home. Bots versus flippers. I'll go with bots, says Case in 06. Doy says, in store, you get limited to one product and you have to stand in line. That's how that is. That's how. Or how is that better? Steven still talking about those cellos. We do have a couple cellos to give away. I have the winners to announce here in just a couple minutes, written down on these cards right here, you guys. Epiphany card collector, if they kept a schedule for the online drop, I wouldn't mind it. I don't want to be face-to-face with flippers. Yeah, it's pretty frustrating. Like I was saying, I've said this tons of times. You get looped on in if you're just a good person, a good dude like me trying to find cards to rip on my YouTube channel. I have a legit reason to be looking out for these cards and going to multiple stores to try to find them. However, I get grouped in with flippers because of their sleazy behavior for the past year. So thank you, guys. Thank you very much for that one. 4:30 West Coast time. Not feeling great about a drop this morning, everybody. We'll hang out for another 20 or 30 minutes or so. Not feeling great about a drop, though. All right, really quickly, let's announce the winners from Wednesdays and Thursdays giveaways. And don't fret, because if you didn't win one of these now, I'm going to have a couple more, probably 1 or 2 more Prizm Basketball. I'm thinking of Bowman Baseball, sorry. Prizm Basketball cello packs up for grabs for my 5K subscriber giveaway, as well as some Bowman Mega Boxes and a ton of other cool stuff. All right, guys. So, Wednesday, we had people put in the chat who they thought was going to win the NBA Finals this year, who was going to win the championship. And, ladies and gentlemen, one winner of a Prizm Basketball cello pack. We've got Connor, who said the Suns are going to win. I think this is backwards on my end, but Connor basically winning that. Congratulations, Connor Casey, winning our Wednesday cello giveaway. So, Connor, if you're in the chat, let me know. Shoot me an email with your address, and I'll send that your way. All right. Thursday, basically just did a nice keyword chat. Anybody that typed in the word NBA in the chat box was able to enter. Thursday, we had another cello pack, a basketball, Prizm Basketball cello pack to give away, and our winner for Thursday was Randy Blankenship, ladies and gentlemen. Randy Blankenship for Thursday. There we go. Prizm Basketball cello pack. One going to Randy, and one going to Connor. Connor Casey and Randy Blankenship. Thank you guys all so much.